The long-awaited 2022 Ford Maverick is finally here. Now, I can't give you drive impressions, but I can tell you everything we know at this point. We have driven it, and we will have a full review coming out in early October. But in the meantime, if you are thinking about buying a Maverick and you want to know the difference between the gas and the hybrid, you know, what makes this car special? Why does this vehicle sort of stand alone in this segment? Well, that we're going to show you. Stay right with us. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix. This is the 2022 Ford Maverick. Now I'm going to give you some information you may not know about. We'll start off with the front end. These are all LED headlights. It is standard on all of the different trim levels. So you've got the XLT, the Lariat, and the hybrid. So you've got different trim levels, and of course the higher trim levels are going to have all that standard safety. But we're going to get started with the two different engine options, which is the 2-liter turbo, and then you've also got the hybrid. Let's start off with under the hood. And you want to subscribe so you don't miss the drive impressions, which will be coming in the very near future. Under the hood, you have a 2-liter EcoBoost powertrain that is rated at 250 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque. That's a direct injected motor, and the turbo 4-cylinder engine is matched with an 8-speed automatic CVT. Now, if you're looking at a hybrid engine, that's 191 horsepower, 155 pound-feet of torque, and that has a 1.1 kilowatt battery pack to go with it. Fuel economy on the hybrid is supposed to be around 40. On the gas, it's 26 miles to the gallon on the front-wheel drive, 25 on the all-wheel drive. If you're looking for a comparison, the base 2.5-liter Santa Cruz has 191 horsepower, 181 pound-feet of torque, while the turbo 2.5 for the Santa Cruz cranks out 281 horsepower. That's a lot more, and 311 pound-feet of torque. I think that's a direct competitor. Ford doesn't think so, but that's up to you to make the decision on what you're cross-shopping. Looking at the design of the Maverick, this is on an escape platform. So it is an SUV, but it does handle like a truck. So what they've done is they've changed the suspension. They've got different wheels. There's alloys on the XLT and on the hybrid. You can go all the way down to steel wheels. It depends what you want. Again, if you're starting at a $19,000 car, you're obviously going to have different packages than you would if you're going to go up to this XLT or up to the Lariat. You'll notice a muscular hood. Again, everything's starting to look like that Ford truck look, and that includes the front end and the LED headlights. So if you're living in suburbs or urban and you want to go out and do things and do stuff, you want to go kayaking, snowboarding, you had bikes in the back, whatever it is, this is a great vehicle that if you're going to Costco and you're loading up with all that toilet paper, you can do that in a vehicle like this. There is a lot of space. This bed is what makes Maverick special. They call it the flex bed, and there's a lot of things and cool things you can do with it. Starting with the bed itself. When you put the bed down, it's obviously protected. And this is pretty standard, I think, with the Santa Cruz and other trucks as well. But there is storage that is hidden both either side of the fender, and there's a QR code. You put your phone on that, and you can go to all these great options and DIY projects you can do it yourself. How to build a bike rack. You can put 18 sheets of plywood back here. And you can adjust these gate stops so that the bed is only 3/4 of the way down, and therefore you can, if you got something that's long but you don't want it to be completely flat, you can do that also. And you want to stay for that his turn, her turn, full car review. It's coming, so don't forget to subscribe. Now, some of the other things, you got different type of tie downs in here, as well as you can build a shelf in here of plywood, so you have an under shelf and build on top of that. So there's all kinds of really cool ideas, thinking about how people are using it and what they're doing with it, because people that own these trucks are DIYers and they're people that do things, and that's really what this is all about. Beyond that, you're going to notice this Maverick is embossed in the back, so everyone knows what you're driving. You've got a coated bumper cover here, and then they move the license plate to the right. I'm not really sure I like that. I kind of prefer it in the center, but you've got your trailer towing, which is not on this vehicle. Some of the other vehicles we've tested have class 3 towing. This vehicle has a good amount of towing capacity. It's 2,000 pounds with the regular hitch, 4,000 pounds. So it depends what you want to do. And again, that fuel economy is going to make a difference, and the price, that's always what's going to make the difference. Let's take a look at the inside of the vehicle. Starting this vehicle, you get the Ford logo right in front of you, a little bit of storage here, and then you've got your audio controls. Very nice, easy to use. Then you've got your controls down below. So shut all that off, but this is very simple. You've got all of your basic controls for air conditioning and defroster. Further down, you get your USB-C and USB. And again, love the orange. I mean, that's a personal thing. I don't know, let me know what you think about the orange. I think it's pretty cool. You got 2 cup holders and they're huge, so you can put things in it. And they've made this a very flat surface to give you that bench seating type of feeling, which I do appreciate. You've got your dial gauge here. It's funny, you know people are going to be putting stuff here. I just know it. And then you've got your parking brake further back. You've got your auto off, your hold. That's for traction control, and that is for the cold weather. Pretty neat. Lots of storage bins. Again, I love that. This is a very full, very deep center console, and this is soft. So they've done a nice job with that as well. So that's really nice. In front, I know you're going to ask, glove box is huge, as it should be for a truck because you're bringing stuff with you. And then there's also some storage up front here. Now, the 2 liters are in the dealer, by the way. Up above, you have some additional storage for your glasses. There is an optional sunroof. This test vehicle I'm in right now does not have it. Sync 3 is standard, so that means you're going to have Bluetooth standard as well as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Wi-Fi. So this vehicle has a lot of nice features. I really like the real gauges because if something fails down the road, you'll be really thrilled that you have these versus all of these digital gauges that people are looking at. If they fail down the road, or you're buying this car used and you're watching this 10 years from now, you'll be glad that it's there. On the steering wheel on the left side, you've got your cruise control. On the right side, you've got some safety features, audio, etc. Pretty normal stuff, nothing unusual. You got your volume on the left as well. Pretty simple, pretty nice wheel. I really do love this orange. I don't know, it's just really cool. There's something about it. Under the rear seat is a ton of storage, and there's these hooks right here that you can put separators in. You can buy them over the counter in the parts department, and there's also cup holders you can put behind the center console. Lots of additions and add-ons to that, and I think the key to this was storing your gear, hiding something you don't want someone to find, and this was really well designed. We did get a chance to take this off-road and towing and some more on-road driving. Take a look. Drive impressions are embargoed until October 5th at 6 a.m., where you'll be able to see our his turn, her turn review of both engines on-road and off-road. We'll give you our opinions. In the meantime, if you have any additional questions, put them in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to answer them. Don't forget to subscribe because you do not want to miss this review. We had a lot of fun. We want you to join us. And if you purchase something else or you're waiting for a Maverick, well, We want to hear about that too. What did you buy? Why did you buy it? Remember, there are different engines. They're completely different vehicles in some ways, but then very similar in others. And people are also cross-shopping SUVs and small pickup trucks. So we got the new Frontier, you got the Ranger, you got the Colorado. So there's a lot of product out there for you to choose from. The bigger problem is not what's available, it's what's on the dealer lot. You probably will have to order exactly what you want, because at this point with the global chip shortage, and we don't know when that's going to end, you want to make sure to get the vehicle that you truly want. We also covered the Maverick in our podcast Total Car Score. That's with Javier Mota and Carl Brower, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and we do appreciate your comments.